Okay, we're recording this video Thursday, 23rd of October 2014. It is 3:29 a.m. Chicago times, mid-morning here in France. Hope your trading is going well. I want to talk about reversal days because we finally got one this week on Wednesday. Been waiting a couple of days for that. Thought it would be on Tuesday. Didn't get it on Tuesday. We got it on Wednesday instead. And it's actually time to do another little video about reversals and the timing of reversals because I got this email from Dennis. Dennis is a fairly long-time subscriber. And I'm kind of surprised that he emails this question. He was talking after Tuesday's trade about whether it was a continuation day or a reversal day. So dear Barry, thanks again for sharing your insights, helping us trade like pros. Today I was trying to catch a point where the upward move will turn into a correction. You keep saying the move is not over until end of trend signals, is rippling through several time frames, and then he goes through the time frames, the 1500, the 45 and so on, where we did have end of trend signals. But look at the timing that Dennis is talking about these signals: 12:17, 14:05, 13:57. Unfortunately, the move kept going without a correction, turning the day into a trending day. Yep, Dennis, so let's talk about this. This is a rule of thumb number 3. I'll link to it under this video. Reversals happen before 11 a.m. Now, is it hard and fast 100% of the time? No, nothing's ever 100% of the time. But, 3 out of 4 times when you're looking for this reversal during 11 a.m., if it doesn't happen by 11 a.m., it's not going to happen. The 1 out of 4 time there'll be a news event. It'll be an FOMC day. I wouldn't include them in the stats at all. But most of the times it's a good rule. And let me show you why by comparing the trade on Tuesday with Wednesday. So this is a 1500 tip bar chart. I'm showing you Tuesday's trade from the open of the day, and you can see we just kept on busting up and up. Just a little bit of a time. It was just kept on creeping up and creeping up. Everybody was waiting for a sell-off, kind of reversal to test back down on lows. And here, with this vertical line, the red vertical line, that is 11 a.m. And so Dennis was saying, coming into that kind of timing point, we had pullback to end of trend. That's not the only thing I'm looking for. I'm looking for exhaustion patterns on a left shoulder. Well, we got exhaustion after that end of trend. Bearish divergence. We had Rambo patterns at the top, and we went to another pullback to end of trend. Rambo patterns at the top. But look at this. All of that activity is happening after 11 in the morning. So the probability is that we will not have a reversal day. And in fact, what happens is we have this fairly steep sell-off, and this is all of those amateurs waiting for that reversal to happen during that day. Look at all these Rambo patterns. That's Rambo on a 1500 tip bar chart. That's really significant. Normally we get 1, maybe 2 in a sequence, but that's, I think, 4 in a row Rambo patterns there. So that's all the amateurs trying to get short, thinking this is a reversal day. And of course, no, we break a support line and we immediately bounce up after we've run out of sellers there. We get an exhaustion sell signal, which means we've run out of sellers at that point, and we bounce the other way, and then we keep on breaking to new highs. You look at that. Bang, 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 just keep on breaking up and up and up, running all of those stops. Everybody that was going short there is being caught out because their stops are being run above that resistance point and so on, and we break up and up and up. So that was Tuesday's activity. It was a classic. We didn't get the reversal before 11 a.m., so be very, very wary. Just be suspect of any breakdowns. And when you get a breakdown there being led by the amateurs where we don't have professional confirmation in there, that's not going to work out, and look at what happened for the rest of the day. Now, by contrast, let me show you Wednesday's trade. So, same thing on Wednesday with the 11 a.m. marker here. Pullback to end of trend, we've got exhaustion on a left shoulder, blue professional bars, we go make bearish divergence and we start to weaken. Now admittedly we've just weakened just before 11 a.m. That's kind of late in the day, but as soon as we break support here, you can see we're breaking through blue professional bars, we get continuation on the way down, we get a test back up into that zone, another blue professional bar, and they sell it down and so on, and we have a really nice run to the downside, and we end up in the 25s or so by the end of the day. 20s, 22s. So that is a reversal day where we've had our peaking out here. 11 a.m. comes along and it starts to weaken, and just after 11 a.m. I'm looking and thinking, maybe this is the reversal day that we've been waiting for. Certainly the probability of a reversal day goes up after we've had a day like the Tuesday where we were waiting for that reversal day and didn't get it. The probability that a reversal day is the next day kind of goes up. So that's the rule of thumb, 11 a.m. for that reversal. Be very careful. If it's not reversed by 11 a.m. or just after 11 a.m., it's suspect, and just be very, very careful. In terms of the psychology of what's going on around 11 a.m., I look at it like this. I figure out there's a whole bunch of pros, the smartest guys in the room, the real kind of movers and shakers that are moving the market, kind of big traders and so on. And they've said on days they plan to have a reversal day, what they're trying to do is they're trying to goose up the market in the morning. They want people to be invested in it in the morning and think, oh, it's going up. It was a strong day yesterday. It's continuing up. They want to sucker in as many kind of players who play, the first, either have resting orders, at the open, or are playing the first, 30, 40 minutes. People who are not kind of full-time traders, and sucker them into the market to think that there is an up day ahead and they need to kind of get in. So they sucker them in kind of early in the morning, and their players, they're waiting, they're sitting at their desk, and they're saying, how far can we push this? Let's push this till we get everybody suckered in. And that's when we get these exhaustion patterns. That's when we get an exhaustion buy here and here. That's everybody kind of just jumping in as fast as they can, thinking the market is going to continue up. And it's at that point, when they've suckered everybody in, that's when they can reverse the market. And they push it the other way. We get a bearish divergence. They push through some critical kind of support levels. They take it out of this like rising channel that we've got. We break to new lows for the day and so on, and then they can really kind of push the market down. They're waiting for that. They've kind of it's almost like they're planning their morning, and that first couple of hours for them is all strategizing. It's all kind of getting ready, getting the market kind of goosed up, ready for that reversal to get everybody invested. By contrast, on a day when they're not planning to reverse it, I look at it this way. By 11 in the morning, they've said, the trade's done for the day. I'm going to leave the juniors in charge. All the juniors have to do is just keep on goosing up the market a little bit, buy a little bit higher, buy a little bit higher, because they know they just need to break the new highs by a little bit to run the stops each time. Run the stops each time forces the market up by a point and a half each time, and they just need to do it a little bit at a time. And they know that they'll kind of create that kind of cascading up type pattern because people are hoping for that reversal day, like on the Tuesday, where the amateurs are hoping it's a reversal day and they get kind of stopped out. And they're continuing from 11 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon for those 4 hours of that activity. They're hoping for reversal, and all the juniors need to do is just push the market a little bit at a time and run those stops, and they know they'll get that kind of exponential move. And unfortunately, people will be waiting for that reversal to happen, and it's not going to happen. The pros have gone home. They've either gone to lunch for a long lunch, calling in occasionally to their juniors on the desk and saying, are we goosing it up? Are we keeping it kind of going to the upside? Juniors say, yeah, no problem, they're just running the stops, kind of going up and up, and they know they don't need to do anything that day. They know the market's going up. By contrast, on days when they're going to reverse it, that first 2 hours, they're getting ready, they're strategizing, they're goosing it up in order to take it down, and that's when they're pros. They don't want to work all day. They don't want to work from 8 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. They want to do a couple of hours work, and this is where they do that couple of hours work, getting ready for this critical time point in the market, and they push it down, bang. So I thought I was done for the day yesterday with a nice little, it wasn't a one shot one kill because I got a break even trade first thing, but I had a nice little 4-point trade into this move here after the open. When 11 a.m. kind of came around, I was kind of back at my desk just to see, were we going to get a reversal? And we got a really nice kind of signal here. It was a break of support on the 1500 tip bar chart. If I take it down to the 500 tip bar chart, you can see the activity that was going on here. Pull back to dirty end of trend, weak buying up here. We had Rambo patterns after exhaustion, amateur up bars into 42, 43s. That shows there's weakness kind of going on here. Then we get a blue professional bar broken to the downside, come back into that zone, more blue professional bars. They sell it down because we break the lows of those blue professional bars. We had a little amateur up bar testing into those highs. The sell-off kind of continues with blue professional bars, more blue professional bars, and we eventually break out of bed into that first kind of strong trending move here at 38 on the 500 tip bar chart. So I got short at 1940, wrote it down to push my target out from 4 to 5 points, got out 35 on this first leg down. So I was happy with that. It was nice to put in a second trade for the day, but the move had a lot more in it to the downside. We kept on breaking down and down and down. You can see on the 500 tip bar chart we kind of were into that, and on the 45 ended up being a pullback to end of trend, kind of down here after we broke out of that kind of zone. So there we go, another kind of recap on reversal days. Just remember that 11 a.m. rule. It's really handy, and I'm talking 11 a.m. Chicago time. Remember, with timestamps, you use the market where the instrument is being traded. If we were talking about stocks, we'd be using the New York time zone for timestamps, but we're talking futures, Chicago traded, so Chicago timestamps, 11 a.m. Chicago time. Anyway, I'll tag on that day trade and hope your trading is going well. Okay, just got short 40 even. Short 40 even. Just checking my stops and targets. And so, had a nice, well, it wasn't a one-shot, one-kill, but it was a 4-point trade, second trade in today. And just had some stuff to do, but come back to my charts to find potentially we've got a trend change setting up. Now yesterday was just a runaway up day. We just kept on busting through pullback to end of trends. By 11 a.m. we were just on our way to kind of a new highs. This morning we've just gone 11:06 a.m. and potentially, we're still within the window, or the window's just shutting for a potential reversal day. So 4500 tip bar chart, pullback end of trend, pre-open, all these Rambo patterns at the highs, bearish divergence come in on the 1500. We've had some exhaustion patterns, which has been good, and bearish divergence come in. This first one we didn't roll around, we didn't break through support. This one we put in a nice pullback to end of trend, exhaustion on a left shoulder, and a trend up here with an amateur up bar, Rambo patterns up the highs. So that's kind of nice, just showing that we're running out and out of steam here. And what we're doing is we're just breaking through support on the 1500 and the 5. And the reason for jumping in here at this point here, it was actually, I was looking at this as a break of support here, and these blue professional bars that kind of came in. So as soon as that was in, that was potentially on the go. So this blue professional bar is a little late. It's not a falling through the ice type bar, but it's kind of close. But let's see, it could be a sign the professionals are selling down into new lows here. Where potentially could we go? So obviously my target's sitting at 36, which is kind of in this range, which is an area where it might find some support. But obviously down lower than that, 33s is going to be interesting if it is a change in trend day. So that shows the strength of the selling, the exhaustion sell there. So let's hope this continues on. Okay, we've just been playing around the 1940 level. We had a blue professional bar come in as we rallied up, and we quickly kind of sold off, and then we came and played with the highs of that. And then we're now breaking the lows of that blue professional bar, and with another little blue professional kind of down bar. So that's almost kind of falling through the ice here, through support type areas. And we've got a Rambo pattern, so we might have a little bit of kickback, but no, we're keeping going. So all of a sudden now things get a little faster, as people are saying, whoops, we've just broken trend lines, we're breaking into downtrends. So Rambo wrapper, we're at 37s, 38s. Alright, so just keep holding short. Now we got a better kind of confirmation that we're moving down. We're below this kind of area of blue professional bars. Halfway to target at least. Okay, just moved my target out to 35 even, so we got down to 36s fairly easily, and we've only got 6,000 on this sell-off, so I'm just hoping for a little bit more travel on the way down. We're now getting a break of support in 500, so this is the kind of thing we're looking for, pullback to end of trend. So initial target's 36, that's about to get hit. So we've got 8, we've got blue professional bars kind of coming in. So I hope I'm not going to regret moving my target out. But come on. This low down here is 36 and a quarter. 35.75. Okay, come on, come on. Yeah, just out. 35 even. Excellent. 4.5. Brilliant. Very happy with that. So bullish divergence coming on the 500. No kind of blue professional bars down here, so it's probably going to travel further. And what are we hitting at? Is this kind of lows of the day? No. Lows of the day 33.25. So might get hung up around there, but that's good. That was a nice little breakdown here. You can see it's a double break. Anyway, 11:19 a.m. So that could be the reversal day in. So let's see where this whole thing starts heading in the next few days.